Hopefully in 5 years, I'm big enough on YouTube.
Zoomaa has grown his presence today as one of the biggest streamers on Twitch, especially in the realm of Call of Duty. But his rise to the top caught many fans off guard, because just a few years ago, Zoomaa was still competing professionally.
Zoomaa. Shut it down, Frosty!
And unable to invest much time into content creation. But after a career-ending injury, he was forced to go all in as a full-time streamer. And the rest is history. This is the story of his evolution. From a very young age, Zoomaa's passion was ignited on the soccer field, with his eyes set on becoming professional while playing in the Chelsea FC Academy system in New Jersey. But in a twist of ill fortune, he was delivered a shattering blow in the form of a severe ACL injury.
My first year in college, I actually tore my ACL. Soccer was like my life. Like, that's kind of where everything came from. When that kind of gets stripped away from you because of an injury, it sucked.
But there did emerge a flicker of hope as Zoomaa discovered an alternate avenue to becoming professional: competitive Call of Duty.
This time, Zoomaa able to connect with his M8A1.
I think when he decided that he needed to hang up his cleats and he couldn't play soccer anymore, I think he used that energy towards the gaming. He still had that competitive drive.
My friends kind of pushed me to go to an event, and that's kind of where a lot of professional players saw me play for the first time.
And holy Zoomaa, 10 kills, 3 deaths. My God.
UMG Philadelphia was an eye-opener for Zoomaa. This was for him. The fans, the rivalries, and the glory. But as an inexperienced amateur, Zoomaa had a long way to go. But he wasted little time in leaving his mark on the scene.
Push you closet, now he sees on the minimap, will pick up this kill. They're not letting up on the aggression here, Puckett. They're going right for the 3-cap.
What a spree here from Zoomaa,
Nice.
making 8 kills in a row and a flag. Scumpy in a one-on-one versus Zoomaa, bomb down, and Zoomaa again. A 2-snipe round.
At the following tournament in Anaheim, his reputation slowly began to grow with his flashy plays. These caught the attention of pro player replays, today known as Crowder, the godfather to many aspiring players of the day, who invited him to play alongside other professionals in Saints and Study. Expectations were low for the team as they approached the next event in Dallas, but in a big surprise, Denial made it all the way to the grand final.
And this could be huge because Zoomaa also looking to be a pain in the neck in the back. Hayes,
Wow.
That's it. That is it. Ladies and gentlemen, in the first time in the history of Denial, they have won a championship.
Zoomaa shocked the community by winning an event in his rookie season. Just a few months prior, he was playing search and destroy tournaments in his bedroom. To climb the ranks so quickly was a sign of greatness to come.
Zoomaa is a renowned S&D god. He's going to spot him, and he's going to take him out from behind. He's 11-3. They're up 4-2.
In the following season on Advanced Warfare, Zoomaa's performances caught the eye of Team Envy. He wasted no time showing his worth and qualified for his first ever World Championship.
Zoomaa, a huge pickup for this squad. It'll be his first opportunity to play at the World Championship. Over here, let's go to Papa Zoomaa. 11, make it 12-5 on a 4 streak. Zoomaa is gonna find the 5th and 6th, really heating up. This is one of the scariest slayers in the game. There's the 50.
That's so impressive.
We're opening up the event with a 50 bomb. This is.
Are you currently the best player in Advanced Warfare?
No, 100% not the best player. Just a warrior online, just trying to, play as best as I can on LAN and trying to prove people wrong, you know what I mean?
This is his first World Championship appearance being spotted in the it's gonna be Zoomaa here, back motel. He's gonna have another one. Almost pulled out that sniper, decides to pre-fire, and Zoomaa ruins Slasher. It's gonna be Parasite, decides to push in. Zoomaa gets 3 that round.
Handedly winning Envy that round.
See the head, and that's gonna be Zoomaa outplaying him. Zoomaa looking for 2, and he gets it.
4 straight round wins for FaZe Red. Zoomaa did all he could there for the boys in blue to win it.
Unfortunately, the biggest tournament in his career to this date ended with a disappointing 12th place finish. Zoomaa needed to come back stronger, which he would soon achieve under a new organization.
I was only on Envious for about 2-3 months when I got a phone call from Banks. And Ricky kind of told me the whole deal and how he wanted me on the team, and he basically recruited me.
Zoomaa was officially on FaZe, and it didn't take him long to be in the spotlight once again. He made it to his 2nd ever grand final at UMG Cali.
Here with Zoomaa. Zoomaa on a hell of a run. I believe this is 7 straight kills for Zoomaa. He can't be stopped.
But Optic Gaming were just too difficult to defeat. They took home the next 4 championships and even defeated FaZe in 2 of those finals. It was starting to become clear this FaZe roster didn't quite have what it takes to overcome Optic, so FaZe decided to make a change. World champions Clayster and Attach were brought in place of Slasher and Hoop. The challenge was clear: bring down what was swiftly becoming the Optic Dynasty.
23. 40 and 23 with 2.5 minutes left. Zoomaa is just taking full control of this grand final. The UMG Dallas Grand Final 3-0 in the first best of 5.
Stopping Optic Gaming from the 3P at UMG.
Yeah, unbelievable. Who was the MVP?
I'm gonna have to give it to Zoomaa. This dude played amazing the entire time.
Optic Gaming were dethroned. Zoomaa won his 2nd championship in Call of Duty and finally had a roster that unleashed his potential. At the next event in London, Zoomaa showed no signs of slowing down.
Phenomenal play right there. Oh my god, absolutely crushing. It's a 2v1 actually, Bryce. It's gonna be Karma last one alive. That's it. And that is it. FaZe gonna win your summer 100K championship for Gfinity.
FaZe made a great comeback to secure their 2nd tournament win as a team. Optic were once again eliminated, spelling the brief end of their era of dominance. But Optic Gaming was not that easy to put down. They bounced back at the next event in DC to reclaim the #1 spot, as FaZe fell to a disappointing top 6 finish.
FaZe not making it into the top 3, top 4. I think they finished, what, top 6?
When I heard that FaZe got knocked out and, you know, we were still in the tournament, I was really pissed off, and, you know, I want redemption. I'm looking forward to playing them the rest of the year.
At the next tournament, FaZe were back in another grand final.
With 30 seconds remaining, it's a 3-point lead for Envy. Zoomaa coming in for the break. This is a player I said to watch. He's now on a 3 streak.
Can't control, but the play coming in from Zoomaa.
That's what he does
What
best.
a crucial play.
I can tell you right now, they've shut down Octave so far this game. 17 and 24, and Zoomaa just killed all 4 players.
And the stage was set for a familiar showdown. Optic Gaming against FaZe Clan, with a history hanging in the balance.
If Karma clutches this 1v3, it doesn't matter about his initial response. Clay gets hyped, and FaZe force a 2nd best of 7. Only dead to rights attach. Oh, don't get turned on. Surely not. No, picks up the kill now. A 1 versus 2.
The shot caller in a 1v2, 39 seconds remaining. Krim is gonna get finished. FaZe will take your season 3 championship.
In a big surprise, FaZe dominated Optic in 2 best-of-5 series, dropping just 2 maps.
You just gotta keep them on their toes. They never know what I'm doing, so I think that's why I'm so successful right now.
The Advanced Warfare season is fondly remembered for a barrage of events and some legendary individual performances. Formal and Clayster on the ARs, Scump and Zoomaa on the SMGs. Advanced Warfare's Scump has gone down in history as maybe the greatest individual season from a player ever, which has somewhat overshadowed Zoomaa's, at times, breathtaking individual plays. As FaZe overtook Optic as the in-form team towards the end of the season, as did Zoomaa as the in-form SMG, making his name as one of the very best in the world. Just one event remains, the World Finals, a single event to determine the best team of the year.
Dude, they're front. Denial shut down FaZe in the final couple of hard points.
This series could have went either way. Oh, that's a tough way for FaZe to go out though.
Yep. But the climax didn't unfold as FaZe had hoped. They failed to even reach the grand final, falling at the hands of Hook and Slasher, the very players they let go. Optic Gaming laid claim to yet another trophy, but nonetheless, 2015 was a year to remember for Zoomaa. It was a chapter in his story that would forever shape his legacy in COD. Entering the Black Ops 3 season, FaZe Clan had ambitions of continuing their success with the same roster, but contrary to expectations, their performances were nowhere near as good as they were in Advanced Warfare. They failed to secure a single top 3 placement the entire year, leaving fans disappointed at where it had gone wrong, especially with arch rivals Optic picking up yet more silverware.
Black Ops 3 just wasn't our game. We didn't have that click.
But FaZe didn't give up just yet. They chose to stand united for a 3rd consecutive season, still recognizing the potential they had as a squad. And this decision looked to be paying off. FaZe took victory at the PlayStation Invitational in December, albeit with no Optic in attendance, but they were finding form at the right time. In the grand final of CWL Paris, FaZe and Optic stood once again on opposite sides of the stage. This was the last dance in their iconic rivalry.
181. There goes Clayster. That was the last chance. OG will take cap number 1.
Not to do it yet with 15 seconds left. There's nothing left to talk about. Optic Gaming has done
my God.
3-0 as Formal kills the entire team in the base, baby.
The final was not how FaZe hoped it would turn out. Optic dismantled them 3-0 after a lengthy Just Dance related delay. If you know, you know. Putting an end to the rivalry once and for all. Zoomaa's championship drought continued, and fans wondered why his performances seemed to have declined from his incredible 2015 year. But soon he gave us an answer. In June of 2017, he revealed he'd had an operation to have a cyst removed, casting light on the adversity he had battled behind the scenes. This cyst in his wrist was preventing him from moving his thumb properly and without pain, severely hindering his performances as the injury unfolded. With his wrist finally healed in 2018, Zoomaa was poised for a triumphant return. But the weight of expectation rested on his shoulders as his championship drought with FaZe was nearing 3 years. However, Zoomaa successfully re-emerged as the player they had once known.
He stays alive. He stays alive. He remakes the challenge. Zoomaa, the Italian stallion, there with the ace.
He led FaZe to the grand finals of the Stage 1 playoffs, a journey that began from losers round 1. However, a familiar obstacle stood in their way, none other than Optic Gaming themselves. This was an opportunity for Zoomaa to get revenge from Paris and also complete his redemption arc.
Priesta, he's been the hero in this round for FaZe thus far. He finds another kill. It's Priesta working on the ace to close this out. Scum sitting through mid-map, doesn't have time to work with. And FaZe Clan! FaZe Clan for the first time since the Season 3 playoffs of Advanced Warfare in 2015.
After an agonizing 931 days without a major victory, Zoomaa finally savoured the sweet taste of triumph once more. This achievement was all the more remarkable considering the hurdles he had overcome, dealing with injuries, personal challenges, and beating the Optic Dynasty in a 10-map epic series with comebacks aplenty.
Zoomaa has been a top performer for this squad.
He's a freak, man.
If you're dealing with some stuff in your life, how the hell do you go get MVP and win the tournament?
That stuff fires me up, man. A lot of people get sad from that stuff. I just have anger issues. I get pissed off and it makes me play better.
So it did not take long for Zoomaa to catch the attention of other teams, including Optic Gaming themselves as the Dynasty collapsed. But Zoomaa pledged loyalty to FaZe and signed a new deal worth $20,000 a month, setting himself firmly as the highest paid player, possibly apart from Scump, and paving the way for huge growth in player salaries in the following years. At the World Championship, Zoomaa found himself on the cusp of the grand final, but he needed to get past Stage 2 winners Team Caliber in order to get there.
All of a sudden, Kenny, he's trying to escape mid-map. He's bamboozled FaZe Clan. The challenge comes in from replays. Flag goes down. Flag is returned. And FaZe Clan go 2-1 up in the series. The gunfight comes through. TK win it.
That's it.
And that should be good. TK gonna go ahead and take game 4. On the clock. This is going to force accuracy to potentially try and go for the pick. Replays watching mid-map. Is he going to spot it? No, replays go down! And there's the pick from Kenny!
But despite excellent opportunities to finally get his ring, Zoomaa's dreams were crushed by TK. The start of the Black Ops 4 season was also marked by tragedy for FaZe. They failed to even qualify for the Pro League, resulting in their exclusion from the entire season of play.
What has the first half of this year been like for you?
Stressful. I won't be in any pool plays. I won't be at any events. It's basically just in God's hands now.
But a ray of hope emerged when Red Reserve, due to regular pre-CDL organizational shenanigans, put their league spot up for sale. FaZe seized this golden opportunity, and Zoomaa found himself back in the league.
At the end of the day, I didn't want to leave FaZe. I wanted to stay on FaZe. I wanted to stay loyal. I stayed loyal to them last year when I was getting other team offers.
They secured a top 3 placement at the playoffs, setting the stage for a potentially triumphant run at the World Championship itself.
Can he get some free kills here? Can he get some free kills? Priesta drops. Slasher, attack on Octane.
He's gonna find it though. He's gonna force a 1v1. Slasher now has to get re-engaged. Here we go. Zoomaa! 1 versus 3! Nobody's picking this up. Nobody's picking this up. Why is nobody watching the middle of the map? Zoomaa comes around. 4 go down. What is going on right now?
Zoomaa with another. It's 100 Thieves.
But despite Zooma's dedication, FaZe's hopes were dashed as they crashed out in top 16, the result of a heartbreaking reverse sweep. It would be the last match Zoomaa would ever play for FaZe, but not the end of his tenure on the organization.
Always associate the names of like Allen Iverson with the 76ers, Paul Pierce with the Celtics. And when I think of Zoomaa, I instantly imagine the red, right? The FaZe logo. I think about the amount of titles and the history he has had under the organization.
With the transition to the franchise era, Zoomaa found a new home with the New York Subliners. His aspiration was clear: secured championships for the franchise. However, the pandemic introduced unexpected challenges, forcing players to play their games at home. But Zoomaa didn't let this affect him.
Zoomaa get involved. 1, 2. Has he got any more here? 3. There's another player on the outside. Zoomaa, do it! He's going to get 4 of them. That's the 5th kill in a row.
As NYSL made progress throughout the season, a New York's own home series, it was deja vu. Another grand final against Scumbered Formal T2P, this time on the Chicago Huntsmen.
And as good as we thought Huntsmen were, Subliners come in here and just dominate.
Zoomaa was a champion once again. His first victory had come back in 2014, and he was still able to win 6 years later in an era full of young stars. He had the longevity, the MVP trophies, and the all-star performances. All that remains was the World Championship itself. In Winners Round 2, it was a rematch between New York and Huntsman, and Zoomaa played his heart out to try and get the win.
Can he stop this plant from going in? He decides to check. He takes down Envoy for the first, and Formal actually does get the bomb down. Who's going to walk to what position? Is he going to get the right timing? Formal actually does reveal himself, and Zoomaa.
But Chicago were too strong on this occasion, and Zoomaa crashed out in top 8. Another tragic end to the season for Zoomaa. Now in his 8th season as a professional Call of Duty player, Zoomaa reunited with fellow veteran Clayster, hoping to rekindle their past success.
Clay's hit me up, like I should probably play with Clay.
Why is that?
I want to surround myself with a winner. Yo, Paco, you're a fucking animal, kid. I'm the best!
With the French phenom Hydra making his first CDL appearance in the lineup, fans were excited to see how this rookie and veteran duo would develop in the SMG roles. But before the season would even begin, Zoomaa made a decision that shocked the community. On the 19th of January 2021, he announced his decision to retire from competitive play with immediate effect. Complications associated with his injury from 2017 had returned, and he didn't feel confident he could do himself or his team justice and still compete at the top of his game.
You know, mad love for you, Tommy. I'm gonna miss you, bud.
If I'm him, if I have that level of skill and abilities, and you know my wrist is the only thing that's letting me down, I'm punching my wrist. I'm beating it up. You know what I'm saying? Like you're getting in the way of me looking great on stage.
Coaching positions were quite possibly available, but Zoomaa decided to take a risk by fully embracing the art of content creation.
I had offers to coach and be a GM and do stuff like that, but I felt like I owed it to myself to give content a try and see what I can make out of it.
So in 5 years, I hope I'm big enough on YouTube where I'm just like, you know, I put a lot of work in and that I could just grow my YouTube and just do YouTube full time. But, you know, that's hard, man. You got to grind for that. You got to work hard for that. So I know it's not going to be easy, and I'm going to try and put in the work.
His journey kicked off with the CDL show The Flank, named due to Zoomaa's notoriety for executing such maneuvers during his career, alongside his friends Benjay Nassim.
Crossy's nuts, bitch.
Crossy's yo, what the?
Fans quickly fell in love with their connection and arguments, and the regular guest appearances from pro players, giving fans a glimpse into the banter of the late-night 8 calls, which were rarely before public. And before he knew it, Zoomaa was quickly becoming one of the biggest streamers on the platform. He has peaked at over 22,000 subscribers. Hit that Twitch Prime right now if you've got it. Zoomaa's transition from competitive play to content creation was seamless, and he shows no signs of slowing down anytime soon. Whether it's entertaining us through his gameplay or his content, Zoomaa has left a lasting mark on the competitive Call of Duty space.
You've always risen to the challenge, and you've always maintained a positive attitude, and for that I am so proud of you.
It's not about how hard you can hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you, man. Thank you guys, man. I love y'all.